Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have that live tournament action coming at you. We've got into our semifinal match here finally. It took us a good old long-fashioned time to get it here, but there we are. Placid versus cZaCbass. But he wants to go by, what did he say? Hold on, let me go check the... Sikari. That's what he wants to go by. Sikari. S-I-K-A-R-I. So that is his Korean pro name. Is Sikari, and that's what he wants me to call him. Placid said, call me Placid, but somebody, looks like cZaCbass, or Sikari rather, was trying to say that he is another player named Smoodish, but I don't even know who that is. I tried looking him up on Team Liquid, I didn't see it. Did see his name in there. I mean, they had him on there. They had a profile for him, but didn't have any information, so I don't know anything about him. If somebody else knows, do let me know on the live stream. We'll be pretty happy to include that information here. Placid going to be spawning as our pink Protoss player, kicking it down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Down in the bottom right, it is Sikari spawning as our purple Zerg. Sikari going for spawning pool first here. Look at that. That is a 10 pool, ladies and gentlemen. 10 pool indeed coming out of cZaCbass. Lucky for Placid, he did get the early scout down. And he is currently working on a Forge Fast Expand. We'll see how he's going to proceed here. But I assume we're going to see him probably cut pro production maybe just a little bit. He does have one more in the queue right now, but going to keep it slight. Does not want to have to deal with too many lings here. But 10 pool indeed from cZaCbass. Looks like he is going to go for that early aggression. He currently has not scouted, however, his opponent. Now that is the interesting thing. Is he going to be able to get the scout out? He knows his opponent is not cross-positioned by the timing of that probe coming into his base. So if he can get this guy up fast enough to this top position, then he should be able to, by process of elimination, determine that Placid is indeed down here at this position. Looks like Placid tossing down that photon cannon in great time. Going to see a gateway go down here. Great placement of these buildings. Nice little wall off here, especially if you got to do it fast when 10 pools are on the way. First couple lings now out on the field, 6 of them here, and look at this, Placid trying to slow Sikari down here. That's what we like to see. Slowing him down just by a couple seconds. Every second will count in this position. Look at this. Placid putting down his Nexus anyway. And there goes your gateway. Gateway has gone down. Is he going to be able to block this in time? It is going to be close. And here come your Zerglings. They are halfway there. Halfway to the bank. The photon cannon, however, is complete. Now it's going to be difficult for these guys. Is he going to get this down in time? Oh my goodness. Oh, it does not matter. Looks like Sikari going to back out here as quickly as possible anyway, and it looks like that probe will be blocking that small little smidgen of space there. Here comes your Zerglings yet again. Placid trying to figure out if he wants to move out with this probe, but he's going to have to sit here for just a moment. See, Sikari is trying to poke in and out here. Is he in range where he could put a couple lings to, pick away at this forge? I'm not entirely sure. Looks like he should be able to put a couple lings right there. I think that would be out of range. Not entirely sure. Cybercore has gone down. Nice little wall off there. He can put that guy in the back. And that is going to be solid stuff. Nexus has completed here for Placid. He got that down in great time. Was still able to hold off that 10 pool aggression. Now Sikari not too far behind. He does have a queen at the ready for his hatchery. He did get out just those couple lings, so he's not overcommitted to this attack here. Was just mostly trying to get him in so that he can harass that mineral line in the main. That tends to be what you try and do with your first 6 lings in a Forge Fast Expand situation like this. But Sikari does have that hatchery now up and running. He's got that queen happily injecting larvae, and we're going to see a fairly early lair out of Sikari here. He's got that spawning pool complete. No metabolic speed boost. Looks like he's going to go straight for roaches here, which is not a bad little choice. Maybe even see some Nidus play in the back of the main. That tends to be a fairly effective option as well in these type of scenarios because, I mean, look at this wall off. This is going to be a pretty tough wall off to deal with. He's got double photon cannons here. They're placed back pretty far away from where the roaches will be. And yeah, but they'll still be in range, so the roaches won't be able to get tons of shots off on him. But we do have a couple stalkers now, or at least one stalker out on the field. And we do have that zealot out here as well, blocking this position. Not a bad deal. And the stalker are going to try and take out this overlord, but the overlord is so nicely placed at this point. It's going to be able to stay safe for just a little bit. He's also getting a lot of scouting intel in this position. It's one of the nicest things about this particular map. You do get a lot of scouting intel with those overlord scouts when you stick them down here like that. Checking on your units tab, 36. Wow, 36 to 31. 34 now, 35, and probably going to be 36 here in just a moment, but fairly even. We do have a Nidus going down. Let's just take a look at the positioning here. Very, very fast Nidus from cZaCbass, and he's putting it down right here. He's going straight for Hydras, the machine gun of your Protoss army. This is going to be a nice little Nidus play, it looks like, from cZaCbass. Queen's going in and everything. He's going to start spreading creep and all sorts of goodness in this Protoss base. But I do assume that this main is going to have a little bit of trouble. Does he have these guys at the... Oh, he's going right for the front door. Unbelievable. Nidus Worm at the ready. Going to see some creep spread here in just a moment. There goes your first creep tumor. Looks like Placid is going to start putting down photon cannons as quickly as possible. Look at that! Whoa! Beautiful transfuse on one of those Hydras, but two Hydras still do go down. There's the double photon cannons here. That is going to be difficult. Now the Hydras can start to pick away at this wall without being in range of the photon cannons. They just need to focus down the buildings. There we go. That's what we want to see. That's a good play here from cZaCbass. Going to take these guys down, take down the buildings. That will enable his Lings, if he does get any, to start cruising through that position. And Hydras are very, very effective against Stalkers here in this position. Excuse me. This game is annihilating my voice. I don't know why, but look at all these photon cannons going down. I would like to see a Nidus to the back side of the main here. I think that would be super effective. He could go ahead and evacuate this front position. A lot more Hydras, though, still out on the field here. One of those Queens is getting pretty low here on HP. Does take down the Cyber Core. That is going to stop the production of Stalkers here for just a little while. Not a bad little deal, but I'll tell you, Placid really relying on his photon cannons right now to hold this off. What's he rebuilding back here? He does have a Dark Shrine going down. Kind of an interesting play. Did grab that Twilight Council, a whole bunch more gateways, and we're going to see some serious warp-ins of Zealots, and that should be enough to hold off cZaCbass in this position. Notice cZaCbass probably realizes that is going to be backing out here. And down goes that guy, blinking forward, going to take down that Nidus Worm. Now we do have a forward pylon going down up here for Placid. Dark Shrine is about 50% complete, and I assume he's going to go straight into that Dark Templar harass. Notice that cZaCbass wants me to call him cZaCbass, so I will oblige. Taking out those rocks, going to start gearing up for a third. What does he have here for detection? Not much, to be honest, but he can get it out fairly quickly. He does have his lair already up at the ready. And looks like he's finally grabbing his metabolic speed boost. That's part of the reason he didn't mix any Lings in these. He didn't really have that Zergling speed. Makes it kind of difficult. Great defense here. Good bunch of Hydras and some Spine Crawlers going down. Here's another Spine Crawler at the ready. Starting a little bit of creep spread here in his base. He did get this creep spread out. Can't really quite take that out yet for Placid. And looks like, wow. What is Placid doing? I guess he's just going to patrol here. Oh, he sees the creep tumor. He's trying to take that out before it goes down. Creep spread going to be difficult to deal with. And disappeared. And off he goes. Here comes your attack again. Placid going to be utilizing his blink, and now he's got his DTs in here. Detection, detection. Where's the detection? There it is. Is he going to be able to hold this off? Couple Archons now morphing in. Placid in phenomenal shape here. Tell you what, man, GM versus GM is so crazy trained. So much back and forth here between these guys. It looks like cZaCbass may be in a little bit of trouble, but he did take out those Archons, and that's the big play here. But this Blink Stalker play is so very good from Placid right now. Are we going to see any more of those DTs? I don't know, but the Blink Stalker's really doing a heck of a lot of damage. Queen going down there again, and just a couple Links now out on the field. Blinking away, Placid trying to escape here. Now, cZaCbass is way, way behind in the supply can. He's got to be super careful, and it is not going to matter, apparently. There's the GG. Realizes that there's probably not much chance at this point. Placid just going to be gearing up for the re. Thanks again for coming out. We'll be going into game number 2 for these guys here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab. Always on Starcraft. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action continuing here. It is going to be on GSL's Antigua Shipyard. Game number 2 in this best-of-3 semifinal between cZaCbass and Placid. Placid did take down game number 1 with a phenomenal DT play there. And it worked out pretty well, man. I'll have to admit that I was a little bit skeptical. DTs are held off sometimes fairly easily, but that one worked out very well. As soon as he saw the detection, boom, he went straight into double Archons, and then the Blink Stalker play behind that was just impeccable. Taking down that game in phenomenal style. So looking pretty good here in game number 2, putting the pressure on cZaCbass, who is spawning as our purple Zerg up here in the 11 o'clock position. And down here at the 5 o'clock is Placid, spawning as our pink Protoss. Now it does force cross-position spawns. I always mention that. It's an important thing to remember on this particular version of Antigua Shipyard. That's a GSL's version. So it forces the cross-position spawn. Apparently these guys don't know because they're scouting the incorrect directions. But that's alright. I mean, it happens. You find that in a lot of different players. Plus, they play it so much on ladder that they're just, you know, they're kind of in the groove of scouting all of the bases on this particular map. But if you can remember that, it is very, very helpful. So it looks pretty good. Looks like wow, cZaCbass probably going to go for, I'm assuming, a hatchery here. What the heck is he doing? He's at 16 supply. Nothing out on the field quite yet. Definitely a late pool. Definitely a late anything at this point. Spawning pool. Wow, so he went for a 16 pool. Another drone there right behind it. And let's see what he's going to do now. Looks like he may gear up for the expansion. Starting to float some minerals. Looks like the expand going to go down here. I like the timings here. We'll see how this is going to play out. It's definitely kind of a macro style, but it's a little bit late on the spawning pool. So if his opponent did go for some kind of like zealot rush, he would be in potentially a little bit of trouble. But we shall see. Looks like that hatchery goes down in great time, and Placid wasn't able to get any blockage there, unfortunately for him. Now back here at Placid's base, he does have a standard wall lock going down, a cyber core going down in great time. Second gas, however, right off the bat, got this sucker down right around the 3-minute mark. A little bit before the 3-minute mark, actually. So this could mean that we're going to see some tech out of Placid here fairly quickly, which could be a nice little play. Cyber core is complete, and I assume we're going to see that warp gate technology chrono boosted out. Indeed we do, and there goes your first zealot, as followed by a stalker there. Followed by a stalker. Nice. Nice play. Looks like cZaCbass going to be cruising around with this drone, wants to see what's going on. That zealot is complete, and here comes your stalker, and it looks like, wow, cZaCbass going to evac the drone. Got enough scouting for now. Placid still on that double gas, and back here at cZaCbass's base, his hatchery is about to complete, and he does not have any new tech quite yet. Almost up to 100 gas here, and we'll see if he's going to start that metabolic speed boost or if he is going to go for a different play. That is the question. Nope, he is going straight for the metabolic speed boost. So going to see some speedlings out on the field. A little bit more standard play here from cZaCbass in game number 2. I like it, I like it. Man, we're looking to be in great time, but notice that Placid cruising out across the field here with a nice looking push. One stalker, one zealot. Oh my goodness, where's he going? Has he not scouted his opponent yet? Oh, he's scouted him. Yeah, that's what they say. What the heck? Okay, so he's backing out here. I'm not entirely sure why, but it looked like it was going to be a nice push. I guess he may have felt that cZaCbass, I keep not calling him cZaCbass, but cZaCbass does have way too many units to deal with, and maybe he felt like his timings were just a little bit late. I agree. I think he should have tried to cruise out a little bit sooner if he wanted to do that. Do have this probe in a forward position, going to get taken out by these lings. Nicely done, good cleanup there from cZaCbass. cZaCbass now going to be cruising back out across this field with a bunch of lings. I don't think he's going to be able to get tons done. Looks like there's plenty of sentries now out on the field here. Nice positioning here. He's going to work on a little bit of a wall off. Tossing down gateways, no forge here. He's just going to keep it straight, simple, just gates for now. And which means he's not going to have any upgrades in the works for just a little while either. Here come your Zerglings baiting the force field. I like it. And indeed they do bait that exact thing. Placid not super upset with that. I mean, he's always got to be careful. He doesn't want to get lings right up around his sentries. He can't afford to lose sentries early in the game. Gas heavy unit, got to hold on to him. but he does now have his Nexus up and running and is about to have a lot more warp-ins available. He's about to finish 2 more gateways. One of them finished, this one almost done. A great map control from cZaCbass. He's cruising around all over the place with these lings. I'll tell you, man, the map control, never ever think that it's cracked up more than it's cracked up to be, because it is absolutely not. Map control is ridiculous effective. Knowing exactly what your opponent doing, I'll tell you, nothing beats it. Looks like 4 gates right now out for Placid. He's moving his army into kind of a little bit more forward position in this natural. Got to be careful though. He doesn't want to get these lings up in his face. Playing it safe. Looks like he may hit this ramp here for just a little while. A couple more warp-ins of sentries, and he's going to go for a push here. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope, he's not. And cZaCbass is still cruising around with a bunch of lings. He does have a Roach Warren about to complete. There's that Roach Warren. Just if you guys, it's interesting where these, these players put their buildings. All right, looks like cZaCbass did pick up a free kill there. Couldn't tell what it was. We made it there just a little bit too late. But he did pick up 1 free kill, and every single kill helps at this point. Back here at cZaCbass' base, he's got his 3rd gas going, or completing, and his 4th gas going up. Pretty good time. Notice he does have spore crawlers at the ready here, just in case any DT type harassment comes his way. Doesn't want to get caught off guard like that again, like he did in game number 1. Notice he's working on that lair. You're going to see some lair attack out of him. I'm assuming since he's got this many roaches, we're probably going to see a couple of infestors. Either that or it could be Roach Hydra. I mean, Roach Hydra can be very effective if done correctly. I mean, remember back in the days when Idra really made that Roach Hydra play super, I don't know, what would you call it, popular? But I mean, he wasn't the only one doing it, but he kind of did make it popular, and it was, where what you do is you get your Hydras out and do a timing attack. You grab an upgrade, and then start spreading creep out across the map as quickly as possible and make a little creep highway and send your Roach Hydras out for an attack. Really, really was a nice play. And we may see something similar to that at this point, but first thing we see is a whole bunch of burrow going down. And just 1, it only takes 1, but that is plenty, and that's why we call it a whole bunch. Looks like a nice defensive position here from cZaCbass. He's got plenty of roaches out the ready, and that is going to give Placid the kind of key to back out here, it appears. Wants to be careful. He does have a couple units here to defend. Should the Zerglings try to poke in again, but look at this. cZaCbass cruising out across the field with a bunch of roaches and some lings. Taking out that forward pylon that does supply block Placid. He's got to be careful here. Needs to get some more pylons up at the ready as quickly as he can. Saturating his 4th gas. At the same time, not a bad little deal. Notice he did grab his robotics facility. He's trying to work on an Immortal, but supply block does really stall that type of play. So yeah, man, Immortals cost 4 supply. When you're producing Immortals, you really have to be on top of your pylons, man. They can eat through pylons like it is their job. +1 weapons going down here for Placid. He's grabbing his Twilight Council, and looks like cZaCbass really gearing up for some serious attacking here in just a moment. First thing he's going to do, take out this destructible debris. He's going to open up that path to this position when his opponent is ready to take a take a base. He's going to present as much trouble for him as he possibly can. Notice he's burrowing a Zergling here, so he should be able to stave that off for just a little while longer. And yeah, it looks like cZaCbass cruising out across the field here for just a moment, taking a slightly forward position, and oh wow, too much creep, as well as a Zergling, and now he's going to take out that Overlord. And then here in just a moment, even after he's done all this work waiting for the creep to disappear, he's going to have 1 more Zergling to destroy just to take that expansion. Notices that the rocks have been taken down, says, good job, buddy. Good job indeed. Looks, wow, what is this? What is he doing here, cZaCbass? Moving up to this top position. Oh, okay, he's backing out. I was kind of interested why he was going to camp there. Maybe go for a flank, but you don't need to back that far out for a flank attack. And it looks like Simulator is going to be going down, and are we going to have any detection out on the field here in just a moment to deal with this Zergling? He's waiting for the creep to disappear. He's like, man, I'm so ready for my 3rd. It's 14 minutes in. Want my 3rd. I want my 3rd. And it's going to be denied here yet again. No detection in this army, so he's going to be a little bit behind on getting that taken care of. It's like 1 more creep spot, and denied. And denied, and here comes your attack from cZaCbass. Placid moving forward there fairly quickly. I'll tell you what, that supply blockage is really carrying forward. He's at 123 supply to 162. cZaCbass in phenomenal shape here. Another try. Oh, look at this. Almost a flank attack there from cZaCbass. Great force fields there, keeping those guys safe. Looks like he's going to send out a Phoenix. Wants to get a scout out on what's going on. Good force fields there. Going to force this little engagement. A bunch of these roaches are going to go down. Zerglings coming into the backside of this base, though. And they're all... Wow, they've taken out this one gateway. These gateways are in jeopardy right now. Whoa, the photon cannon lives with 5 HP. Pretty nice little deal there, actually, for Placid. He needs everything that he's got at this point. He did grab his detection, did take out that burrowed ling, and now we're going to see some third base action out of Placid. I'll tell you, it is delayed. Absolutely delayed. And look at this new tech pattern from cZaCbass. It is going to be it is going to be mutas. Looks like your photon cannon is going to disappear here at the main. Mining has completely stalled here at this position. Ooh, he's got to focus down this photon cannon. Photon cannon going to pick up some kills before it goes down. Looks like he picked up 2 kills there. Nope, that one did live. He's in there. He's not even in the red. He's like in the gray, which makes it extremely difficult to see. But it looks like Placid holds on there for just a little while longer, tossing down a couple more photon cannons. And in the meantime, he did lose this entire base. Look at that. He blocked himself out, lost everything up here, and that is absolutely zero fun. cZaCbass really keeping Placid on his heels. Absolutely on his back. Here comes your Mutalist Carass, and look at this. He's going headlong into Stalkers, even if he loses a couple of those mutas. Looks like he doesn't care. He wants to kill off as many mining probes as he possibly can. That will put him that much further ahead. Let's just check in on that units tab and see what we're talking about. 74 drones to 47 probes. While Placid is not, out of the game completely, he is in dire straits right now to make a comeback. Blinking forward here, looks like Placid going to try and sneak off a couple extra kills on those roaches, but this very mobile army from cZaCbass making quick work of Placid's forces right now. Placid does have a nice unit composition, but it's so immobile that every time these units split here from cZaCbass, it's like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do? Trying to make it happen. Back up here to the third, denying the third yet again. Doesn't care if he loses units here as long as he denies the third. He takes it down and backs out. Blinking forward there. Looks like Placid trying to engage this army if at all possible. Lings cruising forward. Are they going to get the surround on this Colossus? Not quite. The Colossus is safe for just a moment, but right up into the main goes cZaCbass. He's going for the kill. He's going to take out this economy here if at all possible. Look at this. Destroying these things. All this defense up here in the main. This mining base is not going to be much longer. Look at this. He's focusing down the Nexus here with his Lings. Are the Lings going to get the kill? It's so close. Just a couple more shots and he would have had it. Look at that. 9 HP. Unbelievable. I'm geeking out. This mining base, however, has been denied. He's only on this one mining base. But here comes those mutas. And these guys are going to be able to get the snipe on this Nexus here, I would assume. He should fly these guys in right here. Right now, he's taking out all of the pylons. And this is going to make a GG scenario here for Placid. Down goes that mining base. Placid does have enough to rebuild one time for now. He does have a second base going, or it's the second mining base for now. It is his third. This is like, what, the 4th time he's tried to take it? He's got a decent army composition, but how do you engage this extremely mobile army of cZaCbass? cZaCbass just keeping him all over the place. And look at this, another run by. Unbelievable here from cZaCbass. Gets his opponent's army out of position and is now going for a run by here, right up into the main. Looks like he is going to deny a couple different things here. He's taking out these reinforcing stalkers. And those are units that Placid cannot afford to lose at this point. He's got his Nexus surrounded here, willing to sacrifice those probes if need be. Did deny the third here yet again, and Placid stuck on one base here for just a little bit. He's going to have to try and turtle up off this currently not mining base. This is crazy. Now, back on the, let's see, cZaCbass side of the map, he has secured a 4th base, so we need to talk a little bit about what he's doing. Also, teching 2 Infestors. Infestor is going to be a phenomenal addition to this already extremely scary army. What does he have for upgrades here? He's got +1 on his mutas. Roaches with +1/+1. looking to be in pretty good shape. Zerglings with +1/+1. He's got a pretty decent little upgrade entourage here for these units. A lot of damage they do. Looks like Placid is going to have to sack a lot of stuff up here in his main. This is just brutal. Blink Stalkers here trying to get in position. All these buildings unpowered yet again. And Placid on his absolute last leg right now. His army just keeps getting smaller and smaller. He's down to 107 supply. cZaCbass at 200. He's completely maxed out. Loves everything he's seeing and cruising in. And there's the GG well played from Placid. Too many roaches to deal with. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 3, the ace match, will be headed your way here in just a moment. We'll catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have a live tournament action coming at you. It is going to be the finals in tonight's Open Arena tournament presented by ALT-Stracraft and myself. I am Knack. I am your caster for the evening, and I do wish that we could have got Alt Totoro in tonight, but that's okay. Looks like he did have some technical difficulties. We weren't quite able to add him. That's all right, man. Here is your finals tonight. We know we've got, let's see, UGP Lucky Strike out there on this live stream. He is, looks like a friend and potentially teammate of SS, who is cruising into the finals here. Both of these guys Korean GMs. And I just started those. There we go. We're okay now. But pretty good stuff. And cZaCbass here, our purple Zerg, going to be spawning in the top right-hand corner. Cross positions only on a 2-player map, obviously, but SS spawning as our green Protoss. This is going to be a very high-powered matchup. Very excited for this one. See how that's going to go. Looks like so far so good. Standard opener though from SS. He's not going to try and forge fast expand here on this map. Now we've seen a lot of people do that. Forge fast expanding on this map tends to be actually fairly easy. This, even though that looks really wide, it's actually not as bad as you think. You can put your forge goes out actually almost to there is where what it actually does. You put one, your first pylon there, toss that down. I mean, you can do it. Let's put it that way. But he's just going to go for a standard opener here. I don't blame him. You got to be careful on 2-player maps. If your opponent does go for some early harass, it can be extremely difficult. Look at this, another 16 pool out of cZaCbass. He's really favoring this here. 16 pool followed up by what I assume will be a hatchery here in just a few moments. SS, though, is at the ready to block this sucker out. Oh, Lucky Strike. So Lucky Strike out on the live stream. He is the manager for UGP. That's awesome. Yes, you do. You have phenomenal players. It's really good stuff. So we're excited. SS, he's won you guys a lot of entry codes into the tournament, the monthly, starting next week on the 25th. So excited to see the showing there from UGP. Hope you guys do extremely well. And I assume with as well as we've seen SS doing, that we can expect to see SS in at least the semifinals. I mean, my goodness. Now, good scout going down here from cZaCbass. He's getting pretty good wind of what's going on. He does see that Cybercore completing and Chrono Boost going down on the gateway here. Stalker, no Chrono Boost on the Cybercore quite yet. So it looks like he's going to save the Chronos for his Stalkers and the like for now. Looks to be pretty good. Now, cZaCbass does finally get his hatchery down. It appears to be in great time. Just the one gas for now, and we're going to see, I assume, some metabolic speed boost come out here in just a few moments. Now he's got great map control, a couple links cruising around here and there, little packs of them, just kicking it. But here comes your big push from SS. One Stalker cruising out across the field. What's this guy? Oh, it's a probe. That's the scouting probe. He is returning to base. Returning to base, but checking back in on our Stalker push. This guy is ready to do some serious damage. And oh man, with good micro, one Stalker can be extremely difficult to deal with. Here comes your Queen. The Queen could be in danger of losing its life. Great control here from SS. Oh my goodness, he almost got surrounded there. Just barely eking his way out. Going to take out a couple of these Lings on his way back. See if the Ling's going to be able to pick up the kill here or not. But here comes your second Stalker. Picking up some good Zergling kills. I like it, I like it. One of these guys down to, let's see, 52 HP. He's going to start recharging his shield here in just a moment, which is not a bad little deal. And two Queens here at the ready. We'll see how SS is going to deal with this, but this is beautiful harass. Really nicely done. And in the meantime, he is securing a second base, his natural. Look at that control, though. Looks like one of these stalkers may die. He's got to be careful. He wants to hold on to these where possible. Nope, he's going to die. If he stops even one more time, that guy is dead, 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 dead to the world. Speed, or Zergling speed is about to complete, so he may be dead anyway. May be dead anyway. And looks like cZaCbass is trying to chase him down. Knows that Zergling speed about to complete. Look at that. Picking away at these guys. That guy is dead. Both of them are dead. Too very bad. Looks like he did do a decent amount of damage, however. See how that looks like on Control L, or just L. Units lost. SS is indeed behind. Not too bad, though. He's got a good bunch of sentries here at the ready to defend now against these Lings. Get a little wall off here. Notice it's just gateways and pylons. No forge here from SS either. Looking to be pretty good. Rock's going to go down. I love this play. I mean, while he's got time, he knows he can't really break down this wall with this many sentries here. He's going to go ahead and take this time to bust down this destructible debris. At least take it down a little bit. Going to poke in and out here and probably back to the debris, I would assume. I would take it out. Looks, oh man, this is really great play. But to SS now with that solid 2-base play, just has the 2 gas in his main for now, and has got a whole slew of sentries, 8 of them in fact, out on the field. It's about time for him to start choosing some new tech. Either that or toss down a whole bunch of gateways. Nothing like that quite yet. The Zergling's still poking in and out here. Looks like we might see a push here from SS. Indeed, indeed. You got your 8 sentries here, 3 zealots. Looks like they're going to start pushing out across the map. No probes in tow, so it doesn't look like we're going to see a forward pylon here. But he's doing a marvelous job regardless with this push. This is a lot of force fields at the ready. Notice we do have a 3rd going down here for cZaCbass. Could take that out. Can't quite get the kill on that Overlord. Looks like he wasn't quite in range, I guess. Here come your Lings. They're going to fall back. Looks like SS got a couple extra units here just in case. But SS in pretty decent shape here. Should be able to deny this 3rd, I would assume. Don't think cZaCbass's got quite enough units to defend this. He's got 7 roaches, however, on the way. Here comes 9 of them. Oh, actually, I take that back. Good force fields, though. Looks like he's going to stave these guys off here for just a moment. Is he going to continue focusing this down? Great force fields there. And got to keep these zealots out of the way, though, for just a moment. See if he's going to focus this down or back out here. Nope, he's focusing it down. Going to try and deny the hatch. Trying to engage these roaches just a few at a time. Wow, beautifully done. And now back to work on the hatchery. This is a good push. He's down to just the 4 sentries right now, but still holding on to these these zealots. Here come the rest of the roaches. No more energy. He did, however, snipe the hatch, which sort of makes this worth it. Let's just check them on our units lost tab. Fairly even. Fairly even. SS slightly behind, but not by much. He did slow down cZaCbass, and that is a big deal. Looks like cZaCbass going to go ahead and retake that 3rd. ASAP is now moving out across the field with some roaches. Nope, he's backing out. Backing out. Playing it safe, apparently, but he's just getting good scouting intel. Probably going to start maintaining that map control as good as he can at this point, and I think that's the right play here. SS, in the meantime, gearing up for a bunch of stalkers. Does have Blink on the way. No charge on the way quite yet, but obviously you can't do that with only the 1 Twilight Council, but I would like to see charge out of him here as well. I think a charge is a great, great play. But that's alright. It's always his choice, and with his micro capabilities, sometimes that blink is so brutal. Roaches now do take out those rocks. They're going to cruise up here for an attack. It's going to come down to force fields here. SS need to keep these guys away from the wall. Oh, but baiting. Nicely done there from cZaCbass, baiting the force fields. Good job, though, from SS. Is definitely going to be able to hold on to his wall here for just a few moments longer, especially since nobody is attacking it. That's super helpful. What can I tell you? But the 3rd here for cZaCbass, about to be complete. New tech is going to be Roach Speed. We do have Burrow on the way, and so he's going to stick with this fairly heavy Roach play. He's grabbing a Carapace level 1 right now. I like that quite a bit. A couple Zerglings sacrificing themselves. They do, however, see the push, though. About to move out. Looks like cZaCbass. What's he going to do here? Is he going to go for another back door? I think he will. Zerglings on the field. Looks like SS not going to back out with the rest of his forces, however. He's got a couple Stalkers here. Should be able to hold this off if he gets a couple more Warp-ins, but here comes the attack. A lot of Blink Stalkers here. Just the 4 sentries right now. And that's it. He's going to bring his Warp Prism with, so Warp-ins will be easy for him. Good force fields there for a second, but he's backing out here. Interesting. Didn't like what he saw there. There's quite a few roaches on the field here for cZaCbass. Maybe not quite enough, so I don't know. I'll be interested to see where he's going to go from here, but he's got a nice looking unit composition. I think with Blink he should be able to accomplish quite a bit. Those Lings still trying to poke away at this front door. SS still not warping in any extra units there. Here comes the attack though at the 3rd. Burrow going down. He does have detection, however, in his army. So Burrow, while this still can be relatively effective, it's not going to be in this particular scenario. Notice the Blink micro here. He's doing a pretty dang good job here. Microing these Blink Stalkers. Should be able to take down quite a few of these units, and looks like, wow, cZaCbass is going to go for a counterattack right now. Didn't feel like he could deal with these Blink Stalkers. And there goes SS, denying the 3rd here again. Now cZaCbass did get some mining done there. Not a super bad deal, but he's got to be careful. He needs to find a way to either go for a serious fast base trade or get some more mining done, or engage this army is really the big thing. He's got to have a great engagement style for this army. Oh my goodness, though, look at this. cZaCbass going to be losing a lot of units. Overlord's going down, but here comes your main defense from cZaCbass. He's got a lot of roaches here and a good bunch of spine crawlers, but so many Blink Stalkers blinking back one at a time, keeping these guys alive for so very long. And look at these roaches just starting to crumble to pieces here. The army here for cZaCbass in absolute shambles, and look at this. He somehow was staved off back at the main and is cruising back across the field with his Zerglings and roaches trying to get a flank here. See if he's going to be able to do so, but here comes your Warp-ins. Good bunch of Warp-ins there for, for a reinforcement. That's the word I'm looking for. My goodness. Reinforcement Stalkers. Not in bad shape at all. He's really been cost effective with these units. He is currently behind in the supply count, but not by tons. And we'll see if cZaCbass is going to be able to hold us off here. Trying to get the flank there was a smart idea, but this positioning of these Blink Stalkers and their mobility just keeps them safe. I mean, he can blink anywhere he wants, so even a perfect flank is potentially not going to be enough with as wide open as a map as we have here. But here comes more Blink Stalkers. They are joining the fight. And your roaches here just kicking it, trying to figure out how to engage this army. But back to the main he goes. SS pushing in here. cZaCbass got to be able to hold this off at one point or another. Does have a couple infestors here. Good fungals going down. Going to keep some of these guys stable or steady for just a few moments. There goes your roaches. Looks like they're getting a pretty decent surround, but Blink still being utilized super effectively, making these guys so much more cost effective than they would be without it. Nicely done. First time in a while, man. cZaCbass feels like there's light at the end of the tunnel. But SS on 2 solid bases still. I take that back. This main is about to be mined out. Look at that. So SS needs to take a 3rd. At this point, he did lose his natural here to that attack earlier. He did finally get that rebuilt. And that has really hurt his ability to reinforce. And this entire time, cZaCbass has been on 2 solid mining base, retaking his 3rd here fairly quickly. And it does look like cZaCbass may be able to go for a strong counter push here. SS back up and running at the mining side of things here. A pretty good style. Oh man, I don't know. He's a little afraid to take it out. I don't blame him. Don't blame him. Pushing in there is just a scary deal. Look at all these photon cannons up here on the high ground. He does have now some Immortals in the mix. Immortals super effective, taking out roaches. Oh, wow. I don't know if he's got enough units though. He does have +2, just the +2 attack on these ground units, which is a pretty nice little deal. But I mean, look at cZaCbass's army at this point. It's just getting larger and larger. He is streaming units out to join, and he's about ready to go for an attack. He burrowed all of his units, getting them all healed up there. Looks to be in just fine shape. securing a 4th base as well. So I'm liking that. I'm loving the play here from Sakari. He's played very, very carefully. Even when he had to endure, man, I'll tell you, a heck of a lot of pressure from SS. Really, really keeping that pressure on. He's denied that 3rd twice. But 3rd back at it again now in a very big way, as well as now a 4th for Sakari. So I think he's in great shape. He is going to keep a contain here for SS. SS at only 108 supplies, just warping in as many units as he possibly can. Going to go ahead and take down that warp gate. He wants to move out as quickly as he can here. Here comes your engagement. Couple of, wow, infested Terran going down, and there's your fungals. I guess a couple fungals here and there, but Roach is just keeping the surround. Looks like those Roaches getting obliterated there fairly quickly. Is some blink being utilized here? SS is pulling a lot of probes to deal with this, and that is part of the trouble though. So great attack here from Sakari is really going to put SS on his back at this point. Potentially in a GG scenario, and I think that may be the case. So many Roaches still alive here. And he's looking to be in phenomenal shape, and there it is. GG, game number 1 of this best of 5. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Beautifully played, and we'll be going into game number 2. It will be SS map pick. So catch you guys then.